sighs and sorrow of mine, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. But he said he's going to scatter us among these nations. And when you look at, let's go to the time of MASHAYACH was on the earth. What happened during the time that he was on the earth? In Luke 21 and 24. Well, let's look at verse 20, because it says, this period of time, he said, he prophesied about what would happen to us. This happened between 65 and 70 AD. He prophesied in the future what would happen to us after they killed him, they murdered him, and he was gone to the right hand side of the Most High. He prophesied what would happen to us as the children of Israel. And he said this in verse 20 of Luke, the 21st chapter. He said, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies. That's the Roman armies, the same Romans that killed him, put him to death. He said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Know that the desolation is near. Right? Verse 24, it says, and they shall fall by the sword. Fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. You hear that? Into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down on the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Okay? Now I jumped ahead, but letting you know that at that time we were scattered into all nations. That's why he told us to flee into the mountains. In verse 21, he said, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them, destruction to them that are with child, and to them that give suck, that have babies in those days. But there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. See? So this will happen because we're going to roll like the Gentiles. Look at this. Most High told us, Deuteronomy 32. Now that's after the MASHAYACH had ascended to the right hand side. The Most High that happened. You know, I kind of jumped ahead because we got to go into the Greek Empire before, you know, we get there. But you got to understand, by us being in captivity under the Egyptians, under the Assyrians, under the Babylonians, under the Persian and Medes, to the Greeks, to the Romans, and having all those different deities that they believe in. You know, Psalm 96 and 5 says, for all the gods of the nations are idols. So they're not dealing with the Most High. That's why when y'all look at y'all dealing with him now, and you really look at who we say he is, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. We just read in Psalms 105, 8 to 10, who the covenant, the contract, the agreement, the laws, and the commandments were given to, were the 12 tribes of Israel only. Come on. How do you fit in that? But we broke the Most High's laws, so that's the punishment he gave us in putting us among our enemies and amongst those that hated us. Deuteronomy 32 and 26. This is what he said. He said, I said I will scatter them in the corners, which we read. I will make the remembrance of them to cease. Keep this in mind. The Most High said he's going to do this. He said, I will make the remembrance of us as a people, the Israelites, he said, to cease. But we wouldn't know who we are as it is today. I have 116 different identities asking our people, what's your race? What's your nationality? 116. And still counting. So he said He gonna make the remembrance of them to cease from among men, right? As he scatters us among these nations. So when you see how he used these nations to do this, since we scattered among them, and we've been in captivity under these nations that we can already name in Psalm the 83rd chapter, start at verse 1. It says, keep not thou silent, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. But lo, thine enemies, so the Most High have enemies, make a turmoil, or uproar. And they that hate thee, so the Most High have those that hate him, have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why I have 116 different names of who we are as a race. Nobody else can come up with that. We the lost 12 tribes of Israel, for real, for real. They have said, what they say? Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more. And remember, we just read this in Deuteronomy 32:26. That's why you gotta look at the Most High ways and thoughts, not our ways and thoughts. But what he say he gonna do, he's gonna do it. He's not a man he should lie. He used them to do it. They said what they say, come and let us cut up them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They're confederate against the Most High. They all in one consent. Who are they? The tabernacles of Edom, so-called white man, tabernacles of Ishmael, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs of Moab, the Chinese, all these indigenous, of the Hagarenes, Africans, Kebal, Moabicans, and the Ammon. Moab is the Chinese, Ammon is the Japanese, and Amalek, the Jewish man. The Philistine Moabicans with the inhabitants of Tyre. Moabicans, assured as the Assyrians also would join with them. See, they all have plotted to take the name of Israel out of remembrance. Deuteronomy 4:27. Deuteronomy 4:27. So the Most High says he's going to do it. He used them to do it. Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Most High shall scatter you among the nations. See that? And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. You shall be left few in number among the heathen. Whither the Most High shall lead you. See? And there when we go among these heathen, ye shall serve gods, idols, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Like he said. So let's go to 1 Kings. Because we got to look at how we came into this condition that we in. 1 Kings, the 11th chapter. Let's look at this during the time of King Solomon, King David's son. 1 Kings 11:28. I think that's what I want, yeah. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, great warrior. And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him